the winemaker and part-time instructor at Niagara College Teaching Winery. It's a small commercial winery associated with a 2-year applied diploma winemaking course in Niagara-on-the-Lake. We're tasting today our 2011 Dean's List Chardonnay wine. It's a 100% barrel-fermented, barrel-aged Chardonnay grown on the St. David's Bench. 100% French oak, mostly second, third, and fourth use, a little bit of new.
Hello, good evening. I'm Ernesto Baida from Catena Zapata. I'm the winemaker of Catena Family Wines. We are pouring tonight the Catena Chardonnay 2013. It's a blend of 3 vineyards located at 3 different altitudes, going from 3,000 to 5,000 feet. And we are also pouring the Catena Alta Chardonnay 2012. It's a blend of 2 single vineyards coming from 2 different altitudes as well, and 2 very different soil types. All from the high altitude valleys of Mendoza towards the Andes mountain. It's Mendoza, it's high altitude, it's the Andes.
Like people are gonna bail.
No pressure, but you have to.
Michael Davies from Rex Hill and A to Z in Oregon. We're located in the Willamette Valley, and it's great to be here in Niagara, celebrating Chardonnay with the rest of the world. I've got today a stainless steel fermented Chardonnay for you, and then a barrel fermented Chardonnay as well. The barrel fermented is a couple of years older, a richer, more plush on the palate, and different style, higher price point wine, of course.
So there's a lot of styles of Chardonnay here, obviously, at the festival. How would you? What kind of style would this be?
2011. We've got a warm site at the college, St. David's Bench, so you get a lot of pineapple and a lot of tropical fruit. So it's certainly on the fruit-forward end. There's some cream from lees contact. We stir every 15 days or so throughout maturation. Definitely, fairly bold style, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Ann Sperling. I'm the winemaker at Southbrook Vineyards in Niagara-on-the-Lake. This is the Southbrook Whimsy Chardonnay, and Whimsy are wines that are grown on our estate, our biodynamic and organic estate, and selected by barrel selection. This particular Whimsy wine is a 2012 Chardonnay, and it's a very rich and full-bodied Chardonnay from a vintage that had a lot of ripe character and richness to offer.
Hey, my name is Manuel Infante. I'm coming from Chile, and I'm representing Viña Maicas de Limarí, a small boutique winery coming from the north of Chile, in the middle of the Atacama Desert. Quite focused in Chardonnay and cool climate Pinot Noir. It's quite a new project. It's only 8 years old, and we are offering different style of Chardonnays, from totally un-oak and fresh, fruity driven, to some oaky and more, let's say, American style of Chardonnay. So I hope you enjoy it and enjoy the north of Chile.
Oh, hi, my name is Sebastian Jackie. I'm the winemaker for Le Clos Jordan winery. We are producing Pinot Noir and Chardonnay in Niagara at Jordan. We have different tiers of quality. We're trying to make terroir-driven wines in both Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Our goal is to express the sense of place that we can have through our soil and our climate here in Niagara. The wines that I'm pouring tonight are Claystone Terra Chardonnay and Le Grand Clos Chardonnay, which are 2 tiers, one at $40 and one at $60. Those wines have been site selected in the vineyards from their climate characteristic and the soil characteristic to be an upper tiers, and we're trying to have as less interventions on our winemaking to produce a wines that will be true to the blocks where it comes from. So I think from the land to the bottles, we're trying to express something unique through Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and tonight Chardonnay is the highlight, so let's drink some.
I'm Shiraz Madhyar. I'm the winemaker at Malabar Wine Company here in Niagara on the Beamsville Bench. And tonight here at 13th Street for the I4C barbecue, I'm pouring two wines. The 2012 Malabar Chardonnay, Niagara Peninsula, and then also the 2011 Madhyar Chardonnay. That's a wine that's grown by me in my own vineyard along the Beamsville Bench, and obviously something that's pretty near and dear to my heart. So thank you very much.
And so a lot of people don't understand organic or biodynamic. In a nutshell, could you just sum up what that means?
Okay, so organic viticulture or organic farming prohibits the use of synthetic chemical fertilizers, synthetic fungicides and herbicides, and insecticides. Or biodynamic is a form of organic agriculture, but we try to take things a step further and to grow or raise the inputs that we require to keep our farm healthy. So that includes animals, it includes zones of biodiversity, so areas where other plants and can live and support insects and birds and a whole range of biodiverse plants and animals.
Now, I know organic farming is a big challenge, and at first, the wines may be in shock, but afterwards, they seem to produce a lot better wines than with ones that are sprayed with chemicals.
At Southbrook, we established the vineyards organically and biodynamically, so we haven't gone through that any transitional phase. So we have very healthy vines that have a very strong natural immune system, and part of that is thicker skins and properly ripe fruit. So it contributes to making fine wines. I think there's an important place for organic and biodynamic viticulture and winemaking, certainly. And there's many reasons why consumers may choose it. We hope it's because the wine is great, but also because there's no pesticide residues in the product. There's no footprint off of the farm in terms of contamination of our waterways and things like that. So it's a much more responsible form of agriculture. So I think it is the future, and that consumers, the more they demand it, the more you'll see that evolution and expansion of the vineyards in Niagara.
So this is our 2011 Reserve Chardonnay. This is from Ponzi Vineyards, and we're in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. This is a beautiful wine made from Dijon clone fruit. It is from two different vineyards, Aurora Vineyard and Avalana Vineyard, one planted in 1990, the other in 2006.
Hi there, I'm Jeff Labitska with Kistler Vineyards. We're pouring two wines tonight. The first wine that we're pouring is a multi-vineyard blend. It's called Le Noisetier. It translates literally into the hazelnut trees. This is a blend of two vineyards that we own, Trenton Roadhouse Vineyard and Vine Hill Vineyard, and then another vineyard that we buy fruit from and we own a tiny bit of, which is Dutton Ranch. All of these vineyards share a common soil profile, which is a very fine-grained Gold Ridge sand, which is patchwork throughout the Russian River Valley. This type of soil gives us very low yields and very few nutrients for the vine, so the vine struggles to ripen and the fermentation often struggles to complete. What happens when that fermentation struggles is aromas are created, and those aromas are often reminiscent of hazelnuts. Le Noisetier means the hazelnut trees. Our wines are all unfined, unfiltered, not cold settled, not cold stabilized. They have a little extra richness, almost red wine structure in a white wine. If you look at the color of our wine, it's going to be almost legal pad yellow in color with green tinges around the edges of the wine and a very deep, rich depth of color. The wines will age better than most California Chardonnays. We think 4 to 6 years is the optimum, but some of our customers have aged the wine 10 to 20 and come back to us and said they're still fantastic. We don't encourage that length of aging, but some of them have survived that long.
Hi, I'm Raj Parr. I'm here from Santa Barbara, California, and really excited to pour our wine here in Niagara. And we have two wines today. We have a winery in Santa Barbara called Sandy, And we have two wines. One is the Santa Barbara County Chardonnay 2012. It's a blend of a bunch of different vineyards from Santa Barbara on different soil types, all made separately and then blended together right before bottling. And then we have one of our special single vineyard wines from one specific plot called Rita's Crown in Santa Rita Hills. That's where we're based out of, 2011. And we try to make wines of freshness, intensity, and bright wines.
I just stepped away to run.
Yeah, I'm Thomas Batchelder, and hope you're having a good time at the I4C. Here we are at 13th Street, trying about 60 wines. It's awesome to be here. Sandy, wow.
Hi guys, I'm Philippe Duclos. I work for Santa Rita Winery, and here we have two delicious wines. One here is the Santa Rita Reserva. It comes from Casablanca Valley. It's a cool climate. And here on the other hand, I have Santa Rita Medalla Real Gran Reserva. It's from Lleida Valley. It's also cool climate, but the difference between these ones is that in this one, Medalla Real has much more influence from the ocean. So here you have more fruits, and here you have more acidity, and it's much more freshness. So thanks again, and enjoy the wines.
Okay for wine? Yes.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Hello, welcome to Patagonia. This is a family winery, a boutique family winery started by my father, and we are very happy to be in this event. I hope that you can try our Chardonnay. And we are also cool climate viticulture, but very low in the other part of the continent. This wine is it looks for the freshness. There's huge different temperature between day and night there in Patagonia, and what we look in our wines is to take profit of this difference that gives us very natural acidity, which gives us very fresh wines. That is our distinctive thing there in Patagonia. And you can find it a style really different from other regions. We try to represent our terroir, and all the climate, all the conditions are giving us the opportunity that Argentina don't only do red wines. So give a shot, and I'm sure you will love it.
The second wine we're pouring is Stone Flat Vineyard, and Stone Flat is actually in the eastern part of Sonoma County, near Sonoma, the town, and just south of the town of Glen Ellen. It's right off of the Arnold Drive next to Le Pierre Vineyard and Dorel Vineyard, which is a very famous vineyard that a lot of top California producers use. The soil in Stone Flat is loam with big giant stones in it, and we get a kind of a whetstone minerality in the Stone Flat wine, which is part of the reason we named the vineyard as such. The yields are both in all of our vineyards are around 2.5 to 3 tons per acre, or 155 cases from an acre of land, which is very low by California standards. That's part of what gives us our richness. The other part is we have the same clone of Chardonnay in every vineyard, whether we own the vineyard, whether we lease or manage the vineyard, or whether we pay by the acre for the vineyard. It is a clone that we have propagated, originating with some plant material we got from Hyde Vineyard, and Steve Kistler did a selection of the lowest yielding, highest acid fruit from all his vines and grafted those cuttings onto every vine in the vineyard. So what we ended up with is a totally virus clone of Chardonnay that gives us very little fruit on any given vintage.
So the classic, which is the 13, this is our multi-vineyard wine, and then we have our Spectacular Reserve, which is single vineyard, hand-harvested, a little bit more of that citrus. It's an 11, so it's a little bit of that age coming through on it. A little bit lighter, but then you got that juiciness coming through in the classic series for sure.
And where is your vineyard located?
My vineyard is located in the north part of Patagonia. You have the Pacific Ocean, then it comes Chile, then it comes the Andes Mountains, and then after the Andes Mountains starts Neuquén. It's very dry because all the maritime ocean is stopped by the Andes Mountains, and so it's a continental climate, and okay, very different, specific. You will find in all Argentina continental climate. The difference is this is a little bit southern, so that's the definition a little bit of the region. The other thing, and typical from Patagonia, is that it's a very windy region, so you get very ideal conditions with very few diseases surviving there, so very natural. So go and if you can, visit Patagonia. You will love it.
Hi, I'm Norman Hardy. I'm the winemaker and proprietor, bottle washer, floor washer, viticulturalist. There's not much that I don't do at my place. Anyhow, it's great to be here at Cool Climate Chardonnay, and I've got two lovely wines to show. I've got my County Chardonnay that comes from my own vineyards and from some select groves in Prince Edward County, and then my Niagara Chard that comes from some great growers down here in Niagara. And the beauty of tonight is, well, one of the beauties is we got expressions of two terroirs, 2012, both vinified in a very similar manner, slightly different because the grapes are different, but essentially the same principles, barrel regime fairly similar. So really the only difference that we have is that one comes from the county and one comes from Niagara, and the soil is going to be the mitigating factor, and we've created two wines that I think that talk of where they come from, of their place, of the soil, of the provenance. The Niagara has a lovely reductive, really mineral notes on the palate and reductive notes on the nose. And then the county is the county. It smells of the soil. And the soils are highly reductive, and there's that really fresh oyster brioche nose, and then that whole lemon lime notes that sort of speak volumes of the cooler climate that we have in the county. So yeah, it's pretty fun to be here. I think this is year 4. We started to lose count. I'm pretty certain this is year 4. And from the nascence to what we have now, this event's grown amazingly. It's anyone who lives in Toronto that does not come, who likes wine, doesn't come to this event, is missing out on a great world-class event right on their doorstep. So they better come here next year.